Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Team Selection. This is the Casual FPL. My name is Emmanuel, and
I'm Jacob.
all right, cool. I don't know. I'm in a terrible mood today. Nothing. It's not because my United played anything or anything, but I have been really thinking about setting up my team because I made a terrible haul last time. I got points lower than the average. I got 29 points last week. I'm not even going to. Yeah, what did you get?
I got 61 points.
61 points. That's
Yeah.
I got so many red arrows, man. I don't know. It's just depressing to see.
Yeah.
Let me just start by going through my
Is
team.
that Semenyo on your bench?
Yeah, I had Semenyo on my bench
Oh,
because I
sorry.
believed.
How many points did he have? 7 points?
Yeah, 10 points.
Oh.
Dan Ben had 6.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, man.
Because Rico Lewis, I didn't think he was going to come on in the last minute, and I was happy Semenyo scored. The next thing I know, Guardiola brings on this guy. You need a goal. Bring on a striker. Bring on Rico Lewis.
Guardiola knows what he's doing, man.
Yeah, but they lost.
He does that intentionally.
I mean, why would my team? Raya gave me 3 points. He made a couple of good saves, even though Arsenal lost. Gabriel gave me 2 points. Pinnock, whom I had a feeling about, like I said, I'm not having those feelings again, gave me 1 point. Rico Lewis came on for a 1 pointer. Pedro Porro got me 1 point. Boemo got me 3 points. Palmer 3. Garnacho 2. Garnacho wasted all our chances. It's like I brought in these two players because I thought they were going to be differentials, and they did nothing for me. Chris Wood, my only shining light, gave me 7 points. Haaland is still, I don't know what's happening to this guy. 4 points, and Watkins gave me 2 points. On my bench, I had Semenyo who had 10 points. Dan Ben has 16 points. The sad thing is, if I pick the guys from my bench, just two of them, and then I add my strikers' points to them,
Yeah.
I just pick three of my strikers and two people from my bench, I would have gotten more points than I got from 11 players. So yeah, that's what I got. That's all I'm going to say about it. What did you get?
In terms of uh, rank flips, I had one of the best weeks so far this season, probably. So I had Ryan in goal, 3 points. And like I said, I have zero plans of changing my Arsenal defense. I'll just leave them. They're probably season keepers. I hope they turn it around. I think they will at some point, and I don't want to spend transfers getting them back in. So Nuri, 1 point. I can't complain. Gabriel, 2. I'll just leave it like that. Justin, 0. Honestly, I can't complain. I knew what I was getting. I got it, and now I really can't complain.
Yeah.
I think this is his last week in my team. I'm not selling him. He will be on my bench. So I need to get in. It's either I'll go for Vadio or Konate. Either of the two, one of them. But this is his last week in my team. Next, my midfield, Saka 2 points, Mbembo 3 points. I got in Salah last week. Captained him, got 9 points. So 18 from Salah. I'll take it. I'm happy. Palmer 3 points. It's currently flagged, but I think it'll be fine. Then the lucky stroke. I think this was where
Semenyo, Solanke, right?
Solanke, yeah. See, FPL is highly variance based, like just a single decision kind of flips. And it's 50-50. I was at the brink of selling Solanke last week, but I wanted Salah. Honestly, a part of me feels like I took too long to get Salah, like to flip from Haaland because KDB is back. No, I was saying last week that once KDB is back, I will get Haaland. And I checked the City team sheet, and I was like, what? KDB is back.
He's on the bench.
Oh my god! I was like, come on! I picked the worst week. I was really thinking it would maybe come in like 75 minutes, do one crazy assist, Haaland scores. I was like, yeah, man, I said it. I got punished. So I should have done this. Like, yeah, I still believe I should have done the Haaland Salah switch like 3 weeks earlier, but I didn't see it coming. So, but I'm sticking to it for now. Solanke is still likely going to go after Ipswich, but if he hauls, we're gonna have a round table talk. Like, are you really sure we want to do this? So 16 points from Solanke. I'm honestly, I'm over the moon. That was a week saver for me. I got 7 points from Wood, and then I got in Konya also. He got 6 points. So yeah. On my bench though, I benched Rogers.
He scored, didn't he?
Yeah, he scored. He got 9 points. I think he got like
but
2 bonus points. I don't really feel too bad because ideally, it's not as if I was really contemplating playing him for someone else.
Yeah.
He had been my bench option from day one, so I won't feel too bad about it. But honestly, looking at it now, I mean, I could have swapped him for Saka. I've gotten my points. But yeah, I don't feel too aggravate. That's my team. 61 points all out.
Yeah, I mean, you said earlier that you were not making any changes.
No,
So do you want to go over your?
yeah, I can go over my team for the week.
Mm,
Uh for this week, I'm really not making any changes, not even my bench. I'm not doing anything. I'll just leave it as it is. Uh some players are having their last round. Solanke and Justin, really big question marks. If Solanke blanks again, makes my decision easier. If it doesn't, makes it harder. But I might still sell him because hold on, come to think of it, I might hold on. Yeah, no, I might not sell him. I can actually upgrade Justin without selling Solanke. So if Solanke does well again against Ipswich, I'll just keep him. Find a way to upgrade Justin himself.
mm,
I need another defender. That's the point.
you do.
Yeah, I need another defender. The ones and zeros and twos are they're not cutting it. Which is kind of similar to what Gabriel has been doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Yeah.
I mean, Gabriel, you know that as long as Arsenal starts keeping clean sheets, he's good.
Yeah, Gabriel will
Yeah,
come around. I'm sure of that. He will come around. I just have to be patient.
yeah, just have to be patient.
Yeah.
I mean, well, anyway, I'll just let you finish.
Yeah. I was just trying to check. Is the fifth highest scoring defender.
Gabriel.
Yeah, and has blanked for like the past 5 weeks back to back. And he's still the fifth highest scoring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
man.
like, I mean, having Gabriel blank is not
Actually,
as bad as having Haaland blank.
6 weeks. He has blanked for the past 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah, it's different. No, Alan is terrible. Like it's 15.4 million. Let's just say 15 million. 15 million sitting on your sitting in your team. And the fact that you will likely want, I think that was one of the major reasons why I decided to sell Alan, because as long as he's in my team, I will likely want to captain him.
Mm-hmm.
I will likely want to captain. So that's I was losing on two grounds. Let me put it that way. I was like, I need to just find a way to captain someone else. So the easiest way was just to sell
Get
him
him
off.
out so
Yeah.
you don't have an
I don't,
excuse
I
to
don't
not
have an
captain him.
excuse not to exactly. So it doesn't feel bad if he holds and I don't. I'm like, yeah, I don't have him.
Actually, so you have an excuse to not captain him. That's how I should have
Yeah,
said it.
yeah, I have an excuse not to captain him. But at the same time, also, I think I'm bracing up myself for the weeks where he's going to haul because
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh,
having Salah is good.
yeah,
Salah, even in tough matches,
yeah,
he's going to give you an assist or a goal.
eh,
Salah is not going to give you the hat trick, consecutive hat tricks Haaland gets,
yeah,
but he's going to give you points.
yeah. But that's the funny thing. Salah doesn't even need to do as much as
Yeah.
Haaland to get the same number of points. For example, if Salah has a goal, it's almost guaranteed bonus points.
Mm-hmm.
And his goal is 5 points. Of course, Alan's goal is 4 points. But
Mm-hmm.
I think the bonus points for Salah this season is kind of like a bonus point magnet.
Mm-hmm.
So he's heavily involved in Liverpool's attack. So he's
Yeah.
almost always, once he gets a goal and assist thereabout, he's going to get bonus points. So yeah, it
Yeah.
will take along. Compared if the distance in points between Alan and Salah is not up to the distance in price.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can spread that money evenly over the team, I feel like Salah owners might benefit more on the long term.
Than Haaland owners.
Yeah. Even if Alan has more points than Salah
Mm-hmm.
overall. But I feel like if you can use that 3 million you get and spread it elsewhere around the team, yeah, you might be able to get more value from it. But if you just keep the money in the bank, there's no point.
Yeah, I mean, might as well use it.
Yeah, you might also use it. So that's the plan. I plan to use my Alan money. But the part I need to upgrade is my defense.
Mm.
Yeah, I need to upgrade my defense.
Right. Cool. My team is the same as before. I think I ran a couple of simulations. I was really, after watching the Man City Sporting game,
Mm-hmm.
I was planning on selling Haaland, but after watching that game, I'm like, you know what? Let me wait. It's not like Man City played terrible. In the first half of the game, they
Yeah,
had so many chances. The keeper did very well. They even made goal line clearances,
yeah,
Gyökeres, and most of them were shots from Haaland and everything. Haaland was really like meaning to score. His eyes were red. He really wanted to score. The goal just didn't come. And Like you had been saying, Kevin De Bruyne coming or in the Champions League. I didn't even realize he came on because
Came
the
on.
game was
It was quite late though.
yeah, and I was also switching between other games and everything. But yeah, I was thinking about it. Running simulations. There's one thing I discovered. If I sell Haaland, I can get Saka, Salah, Palmer in my team. If I sell Haaland, just one player Haaland,
You have Palmer
and
already.
yeah, but I have Palmer already, so I can get Saka, Salah. But I would have to sell Haaland and maybe Semenyo. I can even keep Watkins and Haaland and Semenyo can get me Saka and Salah, and then I can get maybe Welbeck as my other
Mm-hmm.
striker. But I don't know. I don't know to be honest. I want to wait because I right now have two free transfers, and if I decide now, I can do that and get it. But if I want to get Haaland back, I would need at least two free transfers to get him back.
Yeah.
And if I do that now, I'll be at a zero. And even though Man City are playing Brighton, which is a tough game or something, I really think Haaland's comeback is around the corner. And I don't want to miss out on that. I have already held, I should have sold him last week like a lot of people did. I didn't, and I didn't get any points. So if I sell him now, there is no guarantee that I'm going to get points from anybody I'm going to bring in. So I just have to hold on to him and then see what happens. So my team remains the same. I'm keeping Pedro Poro, Pinnock, Gabriel. I was thinking about bringing Dan Ben on, but it was at Semenyo's expense to bring Dan Ben on. Actually, it was at um, Semenyo's expense to bring Rico Lewis on. And because of that, I put Rico Lewis as the second sub. So I'm starting Semenyo this time. Rico Lewis, you know how Guardiola is misleading. We can't play a game without Rico Lewis. We need
Yeah,
Rico
and
Lewis.
then
And you play and then
those
you put him
are
on the
benches.
bench.
Like
Are you
I
joking?
feel like
Come
he
on.
does sometimes. You see the way he moves. I feel like he does intentionally for FPL people. Like he doesn't mess around with these guys because a lot of things Guardiola does. I feel like that's such an FPL move.
Seriously, it's
It's
just
such an
deceit.
FPL move. I was like, yo, we can't do anything. Well, he's the only person we can bench right now.
That's the thing. And the next game after that, you see him
Everybody
on the
was
bench.
gassed. Honestly, I consider. I was like, should I get? Well, I was like, no, it's going to affect my plans. I
Hmm.
really considered it crossed my mind that because I've been thinking of how to replace Justin. It's like, well, come to think of it, Rico Lewis is available
And he's cheap.
and it's cheap. I was like, what actually put me off was not his appearances. It was the fact that City were not keeping clean sheets. They have some tough features coming up. So I was
Yeah,
like,
they do. They do have some tough
I would not even
fixtures.
advise you to get him. Okay, you have him already.
Yeah, I have him already. So
Yeah.
I kept him on my bench for my second sub. If Palmer, who's been flagged, is not able to play at all, then maybe Dan Ben can come on for, I don't know, maybe a 2 pointer, or if I'm lucky, something more than that. My strike partnership between, to be honest, in my strike force, Wood is the only person I can count on. But I have a feeling that his engine might burn out soon because, I mean,
I don't think so.
well, I still feel that, yeah, why don't you think so?
No, the reason why I don't think so is Wood has been performing consistently.
Hmm.
It's not this season. It's since last season. Ever since they had the manager change and they changed some tactics in the team, the way he has been and the kind of goals he scores, they are not. There are some goals that you see that you're like they are not worldies.
Yeah, they are not, they are striker goals, normal headers,
Exactly,
tapping and stuff like
exactly.
that.
Like they are goals from
Center forward, like.
center. They are just prime center forward
Hmm.
play, team development, goes those balls, as long as he's available, those balls will continue to come to him. Now, of course, is he on form?
He's on
100%.
four.
Because he's putting those goals away. On a normal day, he might probably miss some, throw some away, all of that. But those chances would continue to come. Like the SGs there. The second thing I would say is that like okay, that's the first thing. I said the first thing is that he has been doing this now. It's close to a year now, so he has been consistent for a long period. Number two is they're not like crazy goals that oh wow, how did he score that? That goes like okay, wow, okay, impressive. And then some of them are penalties, headers. And
Yeah,
another thing is that his physicality will always give him an advantage. It's it might reduce, it might not be all in back to
yeah,
back to back like that, but I think it will still continue to tick along. For his price, it will still tick along. Like maybe one goal in 2 games or one goal in 3 games,
yeah,
which is
right.
still not bad.
Well,
Which is still not bad.
anyway, may I sort of see that, yeah, while he's on form and everything.
It's one we drop.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm under no obligation. It's not like anybody's performing better than him at
Yeah,
this
to
point.
back up your point too, their fixtures turn from this week. Their fixtures become very tough.
Mm.
Newcastle, Arsenal, Ipswich, Man City, United, Aston Villa, Brentford, Spurs. So basically, up until game, I think the next after game week 12, the next major fixture shift is from game week 12. A lot of teams that have tough fixtures become very good.
Yeah.
A lot of things with good fixtures become tough.
Mm-hmm.
The next one after game week 12 is game week 18.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of teams on good runs now, we might need to sell them
Yeah.
till game week 18 and get them back in game week 19. And that's why I'm like, there might still be a point to
With them.
sell Haaland because their fixtures are tough.
Yeah, but I still think. I mean, you have to turn around the corner. I
They
can't.
have to.
Yeah, I can't find
They will.
myself to believe that Haaland is going to continue like this at least in
No,
the next two games.
City turns the corner in December most of the time. December, January, thereabout. I'm just looking at it. Even when he has been on form, it doesn't really hold in big games.
Haaland.
Yes,
Yeah, I
even
mean,
when he has been on form, and they have a lot of big games between now and 18. Like a lot of big games between now and December. So it's like Spurs at home, Liverpool away, Brighton away. Maybe not so much of a big game. United at home, Aston Villa away. So that's four in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the next 7. So the only fixtures that are like very good, Crystal Palace away. Even Nottingham Forest, I wouldn't see it as a very easy, but it's Alan. Alan can score against us. So I would say Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace. That's about it.
yep, that's about it.
That's about it. So will he perform 100%? Will he hop? I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so.
I don't know.
But KDB is back. That changes the conversation.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. To be honest,
We'll see.
I really thought about this, the Haaland thing. I thought about it so long. I was like, I mean, come on, this guy is just. Well, Watkins, I still have him in my team.
Keep your Watkins.
I know, right? Watkins has been one of those guys. He's 9 million. He's expensive, and even though sometimes I can count on his assists, I think his next tough games are then Liverpool game away and then the Chelsea in game week 13, and then after that he's got a couple of easy fixtures. But Aston Villa, I don't know. They are not like they always win their easy fixtures. I think you know what? I'll just keep him in for the meantime. I think I never really talked about Garnacho. So Garnacho is still in my team, and I I really don't have any reason. The thing is, if I'm going to sell Garnacho, I don't want to waste my free transfers, especially on Garnacho. I will probably sooner keep him on the bench than anything. So I will keep him in my team. I don't have anybody on the bench who can come on for him because it's just Dan Ben and Rico Lewis. And I don't even want Rico Lewis to have the opportunity to be subbed on. So I put him as my second sub.
Oh, now I get the second sub I get.
Yes.
Like you don't want this 1 pointer.
Yeah, I don't want the opportunity for him to be subbed up. To be honest, having a Man City, like having multiple Man City players in your team is unadvisable.
It's a headache,
not
man. It's
advisable
a headache.
because
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. Haaland is the only person you can count on, and now we are not even able to count on him. So
But at
Man
least
City,
he's still playing.
he plays. That's the thing.
So it's still you can still count on him.
Yeah, I mean,
Because as long as you play, there's a chance.
yeah, but apart from him, there's nobody else you can count on in the Man City team.
As for this guy, Rico Lewis, the problem with Rico Lewis is that it's likely never going to haul. So Rico Lewis just sticks along, really. At the price, no problem. That's fine.
Well,
at this price.
At its price, but
yeah, that's fine.
Man City are conceding a lot. At this point, I don't
Yeah,
know. And the thing is,
most teams are conceding.
no,
Teams are keeping clean sheets.
Rico Lewis is good for you to have him if he starts. Do you get it?
Yeah.
I mean, if he starts and Man City gets a clean sheet, then
6
6 points. If he doesn't start and if he starts and Man City doesn't get a clean sheet, 2 points. If he starts or he doesn't start and Man City does not get a clean sheet, it's like nothing.
1 point.
And to be honest, I don't want that headache.
Yeah,
so I'll just keep
you want
him
your
on the
defenders
bench.
to be players that will always play.
I want my defenders to be players who can play, and maybe like all my defenders I have, I know Pedro Porro is on set pieces now, especially the corners because this guy is not back. Pinnock
Who is not back?
Who does their
Madison?
Yeah, Madison.
Madison's back.
Well, I don't think he will play the full game against Ipswich.
He didn't start last week. I think he's getting closer to getting back into the team.
Well,
for now,
Pedro Porro is 4 points, or is it 5 point something?
Leave Pedro Porro.
Yeah, I'll keep him.
Stick along also.
And Pinnock has done some. To be honest, I don't know. I want to, just for my own sanity, keep him in the team because I had to sell some people to get him and Gabriel. So anyway, that's my team. The same as before. Haaland is still my captain because I don't have anybody else to make captain. Well, I don't trust anybody else to make captain.
Actually, this week is kind of difficult.
Yeah, so that's my team really, and I'll see.
But you might want to consider Burma.
No,
It's not worth the
no,
risk.
it's not worth the risk. I will keep it on Haaland so that I know that yeah, I'm just doing a full send at this. Yeah. Real Madrid lost against AC Milan 4-1, and again off the like they have considered 8 goals in 2 games, bro.
Oh,
That's a lot. Not even
yeah.
Man United does that, but
Oh, yeah, but Ten Hag out.
yeah, then I
This
have.
is out.
Whoa,
This is out.
wait. Anyway, I don't know. So, what do you think? Like,
Hmm.
what do you think? Real Madrid, we naturally we have actually been talking about this before. Ancelotti needs to adapt a little bit. The moment Real Madrid, sorry, the guy scored one. Sorry, AC Milan scored from the corner,
Mm-hmm.
and then Vinicius equalized. And I think they scored again. Everybody thought Real Madrid was going to come back because it's something they do.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't happen this time. And it happened with Man City too in the Champions League final last 2 seasons or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that I think everybody knows this is a bit of a glaring problem. They haven't been able to find the best position for all the players they have. Watching their game a little bit yesterday, I saw that Vinicius was playing in his favorite position, but it came to a point where he had to play in the middle for Mbappe to go to the left hand side too, so he could also try shooting some balls in, and it still didn't work out. It actually made me look like, or it made it look like Mbappe was more threatening on the left hand side than Vinicius was in the
Was
game.
more threatening.
Yes, when he came, he was able to hit in some crosses, and Mbappe is like really, really hungry for goals and everything. I don't think Real Madrid played very well in the whole game, but that is just one of them. Besides, I was even more focused on the Man City demolishing than it.
You're feasting on the tears,
Yes.
feasting on the tears of your rivals, and you are
Yes.
enjoying your new manager.
I'm enjoying my new
It
manager.
would be so sweet
Oh
if
my!
you did that in a United dog.
Oh my! That would have been.
Oh,
Anyway, but
oh man, imagine Oilers scoring a hat trick against City. Oh my god.
all the more like
I can't even stand it. I can't stand
you
it.
can't stand it. You'll see. It's
But
actually good that he won the game before.
the United noise will have been too much. But yeah,
Even with this, the way Man United fans are making noise, like, hang on. It's not the same players. No,
it's
we've
not the
got-
same team,
we
man.
have these
It's not-
people. We have Haaland. There's Eggsy, man.
You don't have
It's
your
not new
friends,
to
man.
us.
You don't.
I don't.
Yeah, because that guy makes
that's
the
their
difference.
second goal from the Araujo. That was a run. The way the guy cut through.
Yeah. Oh
And
no, that
it reminded me of a goal
split open the defense, man.
Real Madrid scored against was it Monaco in the Champions League back in 2016 or something, where it was Ronaldo. He just ran. Was it Di Maria? Was it Di Maria? It was. Then wasn't it 2016? Then Ronaldo just run in. He saw the path. He saw the movement. He just beat the offside. Everybody was just standing there,
Still.
and he was the only person who just
Who
ran in, got
made
the
the
ball
run?
chipped. And then it looked a bit like the Araujo goal. He was just running, and the pass was so evident, but it cut through the
Got through everybody.
City midfield and defense, and he just had to score.
He had to
Like,
score. He had to score.
and Rodri is out for the season too.
Yeah, Roger. I mean, that's no
Anyway, we're just talking too many
Yeah,
things at this
Rodri
point.
is out of the season. I think City would pick themselves up, but I think over the course of the season, it will tell. Because no matter how good they get in the attack, they will still come across some of those important games where they drop points.
I do have a question for you. I actually wanted to ask about the Real Madrid thing. When I was talking about the Real Madrid thing, what do you think
Okay.
Real Madrid should do in their first 11? Say if I asked you, say their defense is set. Let's say from their midfield and attack. Let's say their defense, they got Luning as their keeper.
Mm-hmm.
They've got, if Carvajal comes back, well, if it doesn't, they have to probably make do with Lucas Vasquez on the right.
Yeah.
They have to do Militao. Militao, I don't know whether they can keep him doing that well. And who is the other defender they've got? Rudiger, and then they've got this guy, Ferland Mendy on the left.
Yeah.
In their midfield, I don't know whether they should play Valverde, Camavinga, and Modric, and I don't know who they should bring on. And then in the attack, they have Rodrigo, Vinicius, and Mbappe. And they also have Arda Güler on the bench who can come in the middle. They also have Endrick who can also play attack. And they also have, there was this other player that they started.
You've not mentioned Bellingham.
Look at that. I've not even mentioned Bellingham. Bellingham too, who could also be there. It's like, I feel they have too many. I feel they might actually be going back to the times of the Galacticos if they are not careful.
To me, the way I say, I don't even think like they mind. I think they are at that point.
They are at that point
The only
already.
the
Yeah.
only difference is that they don't have so many Ballon d'Or winners, but I think they are at that point again. And honestly, uh, number one, I have a couple of things to say about Madrid. Is number one, over the years,
Luck, man.
these cracks have been there since day one. So, and that's one thing I don't get about actually, if I'm a Madrid fan, I will also be arrogant because man, as much as we like to see, I think what the annoying thing with other football fans and with Madrid is the fact that
Yeah,
we
they
know they
win.
are not doing it,
Mm-hmm.
but they are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're like
We know the problems,
we
but
know the
they win a
problems,
Champions
but
League.
they're winning. So it's difficult for you to you have to swallow. Madrid is that team that will make you swallow your humble pie.
Mm-hmm.
After you've done all your tacticals, you've drawn all your graphs, you've moved all your maps, your XGs, your this, your that, and then they just come out of nowhere, do some vibes, and inshallah, and they get the win. And you're like,
They
come
have
on,
a
man.
lot of
It doesn't
players.
make sense.
Oh, somebody, I think I was listening to Lies. I don't know if you know that guy. He says Arsenal has a lot of players. Sorry, they have Odegaard, Saka, who gives you a moment when all hope's lost. Saka will just do
Yeah,
something and then a goal come. Real Madrid have a lot of players
a
like
lot
that in
of
their team,
moments players.
and so that is why they are cruising
See,
along like that.
moments players are differentials.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are players that they can go against the grain. There's this guy I used to follow back then when I was still very active on X. It calls them X factors. Honestly, every team needs about 2 or 3 X factors. If you have a team of 3 or more X factors,
Mm-hmm.
you are going to be very difficult to beat
Mm-hmm.
because out of nowhere they can pull anything out of the earth. That's why you don't solve them off. For
Mm-hmm.
example, I look at Liverpool.
They don't.
The
If
two
Salah comes off, he's mad.
the two major X factors they have in Liverpool, to me, I would say Salah and Alexander Arnold. You can't take those guys off because Alexander Arnold can be terrible throughout the game. And in the blink of an eye, he throws one ridiculous pass from the defense and he splits everybody open. Salah is true on goal. Diaz is true on goal. Jota is true on goal. But he's the kind of player that can give those passes. No other person can do it. He's the only one that can do it in that team. He's an X factor. Anything you drop him,
You really love Trent.
I love Trent. No, and the reason because I've been watching his game over time, I know that there are some qualities Trent brings to the team that no other player in his position in the world can do. He's the only one that can do it. And those qualities are not exactly defensive qualities, which is what even makes it more difficult because you can't guard against him. For example, if an attacker holds the ball, you know you have to do what? Mount pressure on him. But you cannot be mounting pressure on Trent when he's in his own half without leaving space.
And that's why he's even more dangerous.
Exactly, because he doesn't care. Any position, it's difficult to mark him because any position he is on the field, he can find anybody. That's crazy talent. If you look at Madrid, they have a lot. They have Bellingham. The number one is, of course, number one is Vini.
Mm-hmm.
Even against this game they lost against
Milan, he was able to get
he was
penalty.
trying like you will see that he was trying a lot to influence it. See, number one, having a player that has the arrogance and the mind to want to change something. Like it's
Put
not
the
just
whole game on his
passive.
shoulders.
Exactly. He's willing to put the weight of it, like put this thing on me. We need to find something. Let's make it work.
Mm-hmm.
You need those kind of players. And he was trying. I'll give him a lot of credit in that game. It just didn't work out. But the truth is, Madrid has a lot of those players.
Yeah,
So
they have
they become very difficult to beat.
Vinicius, Mbappe,
Yeah,
this guy,
Vinicius,
even
Mbappe,
Rodrigo,
Yeah, even Rodrigo, like that's become a mentality thing, and that's the thing with Madrid because
Bellingham.
you guys are not really playing that way. Almost everybody you meet outplays you,
Mm-hmm.
but you find a way to win, and then they say, "Oh, it's the Madrid mentality." They've been
Yeah.
doing it over the years.
Yeah, over the
It
years.
is no longer a fluke. You just
Ronaldo,
have to be like
Benzema, all of them.
they made us look at football in a different way. Like, okay, there's actually a different way to win.
Mm-hmm.
Mentality is, I think Madrid have redefined the strength of mentality. Like, if you actually believe in yourself, it's difficult to get to that point. But I mean, when you have 15, when you have 15 Champions Leagues, you are at that point already compared to someone that probably has zero or has just two, something like that. But to me, currently, I think what the team needs, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like they should just go back to what they were last season.
Mm.
Try the team without
Mbappe.
Mbappe. Leave him on the bench. Give it a
That's
try.
not going to work.
It's why
It's like it's not going to work. No, it's not like it's not going to work as in it won't work on the
but
field.
it cannot be a permanent solution.
No, I think they might not even let Ancelotti do it.
Well, that's another thing. They might not.
Yeah, they won't let him do
They
it.
might
Like,
not.
that's what
But
I mean.
honestly, I feel like they should because he's the coach at the end of the day. And if anything, if things keep getting worse,
What if they
who will
bench
get the sack?
Mbappe and they start playing well? What happens then?
Exactly. Now, it's honestly, I feel like Madrid has put Ancelotti in a very difficult position.
Mhm.
And this is not the first time they're doing that to him. I feel for Ancelotti, speaking on behalf of the coach this time, I feel like Madrid at different points have put Ancelotti under a very difficult situation. And almost every time, and I give him credit for that, he has always found a solution.
Mm.
Last season, they needed a striker. Who did they get? Bellingham.
Mhm.
Bellingham had to be playing
And
as
he
a
was
pseudo
top goal
striker.
scorer.
Now, everything that happened with Bellingham at Madrid last season, honestly, I give Bellingham the credit because he had to take up the responsibility and he did it. But at the same time, also, Ancelotti tweaked the system to make it work.
Mhm.
That was not a natural design. That was not the design for Bellingham when it was bought. That was not the plan.
Mhm.
Now, did you see Henry's analysis after the game yesterday?
No, I didn't.
All the runs a striker was supposed to be making, Bellingham was the one making the runs. Literally, Mbappe was on the pitch, but Bellingham was the one playing as a striker. But he's not the striker. He was doing it because the person that was supposed to do it didn't have the awareness of a striker to make those runs. Mbappe is not a striker. At least, should I say, not yet. Maybe he will become a striker, but right now, Mbappe is not yet a striker because he is not moving like a striker. He's occupying positions of wingers and eights, left eight, right eight, but he's not moving into those central positions. Almost all the runs they made yesterday was made by Bellingham, and he got to a point he was frustrated. He was like, "What are you guys doing on the pitch?" And really, I feel right now they still need a striker.
Mhm.
They have Mbappe. Mbappe was not what they needed. Of course, they had to get him because he was available. Madrid is they've been waiting. They have to get him, but they've made the job more. I think maybe he has been trying to manage the team the way it is, but I think it has gone to the point that it's like too much sauce spoils the broth, that kind of thing. I think they've added just one too many. That's going to a point where it's almost difficult now to juggle the team. The team needs to go back to first principles, and my own first principle will be bench Mbappe. Try what you did last season. See if it works, even if it's just for 2 games. Now it's going to be. It makes his work
It's
more
definitely
difficult
gonna work.
because now you now have to figure out how do I now get Mbappe back into the team.
But also we should also count the loss of Tony Cruz too, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean, Tony Cruz is not
the
in the
legs,
team anymore.
the legs of Tony Cruz are there. Yeah, that's true because there are some tight games last season where his brilliance literally saved them.
Mm-hmm.
Literally,
Yeah,
just
man.
Tony
He
Cruz.
knows exactly where the pass is.
I was keep going.
Yeah, I was going to say I was watching a video of him when he had to kick a ball into a basketball net, and he kicked the first two and was like, "This one is going in." He just said, "This one is going in," and he played it in a different way, and it just went in.
And
Like,
went in.
yeah, man, his
I was
accuracy with
thinking,
passes.
I was thinking Charmani would take over from where he
I'm
left.
actually thinking about Valverde was the one who was going to take over from
They
that.
moved this guy. I don't think Valverde can. But now the thing is, Toni Kroos kind of feels like a mix of Valverde and Charmani, if you look at it, because he has the long reach ability of Valverde and he has the technical abilities of Charmani. Like the way he moves, glides with the ball and all of that, kind of feels like a mix of the two. But yeah, that's true though. That's true. Now the other thing is that defensively you will suffer also, which is what they are currently doing because these players they are not defensively strong. And being defensively strong is not about the defensive side, it's about the defensive mindset. They don't want to defend.
They don't want to defend.
That's the problem.
Don't
They
want to
don't
defend.
want. It's not as if Mbappe wants to put in a defensive shift, he cannot. He can because he's a fit player. You just honestly, as a player, you only need to be fit. Because as a striker, if you're supporting the defense, you don't need to do too much. Just add your body, but have the mindset that okay, I want to defend. But I don't think these guys even want to defend in the first place. So when they are supposed to run, they jog, and that little difference can lead to a goal in football because football is very competitive. You are supposed to be at a particular space. You are not covering your space. You are supposed to be onside. You are offside. All those little differences gives the opponent one or two chances, and they are already through on you. I hope they figure it out, but honestly, I hope they don't. I don't care. Oh, my team is struggling also. We all have our problems.
Yeah, right.
Everybody's
Man United's problem.
Yeah, why should I
They are
care
not
about
that
my
bad,
problem?
right?
Barca is flying.
Barca are flying, man.
Yeah, man. These guys are just scoring goals left, right, center. People are already giving them shouts to win the Champions League. I'm like, wow, so fast.
I don't know. Right now, I'm more concerned with the Europa League and maybe getting
Yeah,
the Champions
man.
League next season.
Focus on your struggles, really.
Yeah. So yes, hopefully
Let's see how it goes.
that's cool. But that's the video. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe,
Follow.
I don't even know what they're gonna follow, but
Whatever.
yeah, we're actually planning on doing a TikTok and YouTube short thing, so please watch out.
Yeah, watch out
And
for this. Watch this space. We are cool.
Watch this space. Yes, we're trying to get to 20 subscribers now, and when we do, we will do a whole celebration and everything.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us again, and
Okay.
bye.